Hey everyone, I'm Nate.
And I'm Abby.
We're the RCSaylors, and welcome to RCS Fest 2018, because there's probably gonna be more.
RCS Fest was a huge hit. It happened Father's Day weekend this month, and it was spectacular.
Awesome. What better time to have an event, especially with so many dads and kids involved, and an excuse for dads to come fly and do exactly what they want.
There were so many father-son teams that were there over the weekend.
And father-daughter.
And father-daughter, and just whole families in general. It was just amazing to see families come together on Father's Day weekend just to celebrate a hobby and the people they love.
And from all over the country. We had people come from Wisconsin, Nevada, Colorado, Vermont,
Texas, Nebraska.
We had
New York City.
Niagara Falls.
Crazy.
Crazy turnout. The people were amazing, but the distances they traveled to be there just blew my mind and melted my heart. Thank you guys so much for being a part of RCS Fest.
And we also want to thank Horizon Hobby for sponsoring the FPV portion of RCS Fest.
The race skates were a huge hit. We had pros in the making, we had beginners all over the course. Everybody there, I would say more than half the people that flew through the course competitively for prizes had never flown through a course before.
So thank you, Horizon Hobby. They sent us like $400 to $500 worth of actual race gates, and everybody loved them. Huge hit.
Yeah!
Thank you!
RCS Fest!
Yes!
The best thing ever. This has been the best Father's Day weekend, hands down.
We couldn't have had RCS Fest at a full-scale airport if it wasn't for the Vinton County Airport letting us host the event there. They were amazing to us.
They did a spectacular job. They took care of everything. I mean, other than like the event itself, just the facility, they made it gorgeous.
It was amazing.
I mean,
beautiful.
Every morning, sunrise, beautiful, sunset, beautiful.
Because they did that.
they made sure we had a space to enjoy that.
It was amazing.
And they cooked amazing food throughout the event. They did a great job. I'm so scared. I probably shouldn't be standing here. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh, that was awesome. Someone else we need to thank, or somebody's else we need to thank is every single person who volunteered.
Our volunteers and our event coordinators, it was just
and the planners.
Yeah, I mean, from the man himself, Robert Goff, to our
Air Marshal
Dan,
to our volunteer head, David.
We just thank you guys.
To just everybody that helped to make it happen. I know I'm missing a ton of people.
Parking lot volunteers, I mean, just everybody. Flight line.
People who weed whacked to help the airport, get the airport ready, to just making sure the event went smoothly, to making sure that I didn't have to lift heavy things. I mean, just everybody stepped up and made this event what it was.
So awesome. If it was just me and Abby, it wouldn't have happened. We would have just said, there's the runway,
have fun,
fly. But because of our volunteers, it totally happened.
And it was just so much nicer.
Yeah. Now, not only did we have really great volunteers at the event, but we had people with cameras. Because Abby and I were so busy having fun and just running around talking to people, we didn't get to record as much as we usually would.
So a lot of footage that you see in this video is actually, well, some of it's ours, but then some of it's going to be from people that were at the event that were so gracious enough to give us permission to use their footage and sent me the original files. So that's incredible.
Awesome.
But a lot of people made their own YouTube videos. So we'll have all those people linked down in the description box. Go support them.
This is a family event. It's a family hobby to us, and our group of people that showed up at this event is now our family. So support our family. Hit the subscribe button on their channel. At least go watch the videos, because we have really fun perspectives from other people. I mean, I can tell you that I thought our event was fun, but it's really cool to see what other people thought of the event that made videos as well. So the main thing we're going to have linked below are their channels. Please take some time and check out their videos.
Yet, but we plan to do this again next year. So just mark on your calendars Father's Day weekend for RCS Fest 2019.
Yeah.
And we hope to see you there. But we'll make more official, this is not an official announcement, we'll make an official announcement
as it gets
probably
closer.
like December or January of 2018 or 2019.
Now remember, RCS Fest was held at a full-scale airport, which means you could fly in your full-scale plane, which
and people did,
including our AMA district coordinator, Mark Radcliffe. Very cool of him to fly in and just represent AMA in a very positive way. He was
there. Because this was an AMA sanctioned event.
That's exactly right. He was there buddy boxing with people alongside me and Dan and Robert. Very gracious of him to do that. And being at a full-scale airport meant we were able to offer full-scale airplane rides.
When the doors close, this locks it. To unlock it, pull back. Anybody so wishes to jump out, there we go.
Last time we were in this plane, like a couple hours later, Nathan proposed. Some people, this was their first time flying in any type of aircraft.
For a lot of people.
This will be my first airplane ride in 49 years. I've never ridden one in my life.
You've been in a jet?
No.
Nothing.
Nothing.
You've never been up in a plane?
Yeah, no kind of plane, no commercial, nothing like this.
Wow.
Nothing.
Awesome.
A lot of people.
And I mean, it was affordable, $30 a person.
$30.
For like a 20-minute plane ride. That's incredible.
Crazy. And Harry, which is the pilot
Yeah,
that Dave
Harry
goes.
Sowers.
He is
Phenomenal.
phenomenal. He's been at
He'll
this for
tease
years.
you a little bit, tell you he's gonna crash and stuff. It's kind of scary, but he is amazing.
He's a trainer. He trains people to fly their own planes. He also gives professional tours year round.
Yeah.
So he's a great pilot with just more hours probably than I am alive flying in that plane.
Yep.
So amazing pilot, and if we do this again next year, you're going to want to sign up for that, because I know that we're going to have to set some limitations on windows of
and
when
just
that happens.
seeing people's reaction when they were getting ready to fly and coming off the plane was just incredible. So it was an amazing experience for everybody.
I had the time of my life.
Oh, that's
If I had a chance, I would do it again.
Really?
Yes, I would. Yeah.
Awesome.
That was exhilarating to say the least, and he was a great pilot. He was so much fun.
Oh,
Yeah,
awesome.
lots of educational, look on your right, look on your left, she took us over the waterfalls and,
Yep.
and the old man's cave. And,
He,
Yeah, we're gonna go there tomorrow.
yeah, that's
To Old Man's Cave.
yeah, so
Yeah,
now we can
check it
see
out.
from
To the
above and
waterfall.
below.
Where are
This
you
should be
from?
Baltimore, Maryland.
This is a great event. Wow, Nathan and Abby have thought of everything. We've got fixed wing airplanes and racing, FPV racing, and parachutists coming in, and RC cars. They've got it all here, so it's a great event.
And
Good job.
The applause there is
For me!
For me.
for you guys. Now, with full scale also means full size people, and Bob was
Bob the jumper.
crazy jumper.
He was so cool, calm, and collected. You look at the guy and you're like, he doesn't jump out of airplanes, but
he
he
does.
does. And he did it like at least twice a day throughout the entire event, maybe once on Sunday. So at least 5 times he jumped out of this plane.
cool.
And he put on a spectacular show for our guests. And so huge thank you to Bob
It was
for
awesome.
just providing that entertainment, and it was just amazing to see. But the coolest thing about RCS Fest was that it wasn't just strictly electric, it wasn't just strictly planes, it was all RCs,
Everything.
except boats. But we covered that on Monday, so stay tuned for that trailing video. So really, the entire event, all RCs were represented. Electric, gas, nitro, huge planes, baby planes.
We tried to do
gliders,
everything, and it was
FPV
successful.
race drones, mini cars, big cars, little cars. I mean, it was awesome.
It wasn't that we said you can bring it. We had contests and challenges for all of those things with prizes.
Yeah.
We encouraged all aspects of the hobby to be there,
And
they were.
Nate buddy boxed like the entire weekend, and that's the beautiful thing with people who have never flown any type of RC plane ever before, is that they can buddy box with Nate without having to sign up as a pilot and without having to pay for AMA.
Yeah,
Because Nate is the pilot and they are the trainee.
it was so much fun.
And he buddy boxed with people that
Probably-
never thought they'd get in the air before.
I probably put 100 packs through that Tundra through the weekend.
And
amazing.
it wasn't just Nate. The AMA district coordinator buddy boxed, Dan buddy boxed,
and Robert.
Robert buddy boxed.
Very
So
cool.
thank you guys so much for making that
too.
happen.
Yeah, so much fun. Ben came from Vermont.
Gave it a shot.
Yes. Are you glad you came out?
I am super glad I came out.
Sweet. We are buddy boxing, and we decided to land because one of my favorite pilots is flying right now. This is Gary. Big Hat Gary. This is a Cap 32, which is actually the first time I've ever seen one flying in person. This is Gary flying. And it is so awesome, and look at the silhouette on that. Guys, this is the perfect way to end today, the first official day of RCS Fest. It was, we had some ups and downs, but ultimately a lot of fun. The airplane aspect of RCS Fest was just so much fun because we got to fly our model aircraft at a full-scale runway. And so a lot of people, this was their first time ever even getting to take off and land on asphalt, because most of the time we're in fields. We had a glider contest, we did a spot landing, we had combat. We were pretty open to do whatever anybody wanted to do. We had a few things on the schedule, but really, when anyone suggested something, we did it.
Yep.
And it was so much fun. We had prizes for all of those contests that we held, and next year we hope to have even more contests and even more prizes. The whole event was extremely beginner friendly, but also experience welcome. We had very experienced pilots.
Oh, yeah.
It's like Gary Burt, he came in with some gas planes and some powerful electric
I don't
ones.
think he went home with much though.
No. Part of the fun. No, he did. It just needed a few repairs. And he put on a really good show, but also Gary was cool with like me buddy boxing right beside him flying his big Cap 32. Like it just, I mean, everybody that was there was just like so welcome to beginners. Like, I know this is a beginner friendly event. I know that if I put my Cap 32 in the air, it might smash into a $1 foam plane. Like, they were cool with it. But we had some really good pilots. We also had a professional that had a coordinated, like his whole routine was just
he performed his routine.
so good.
It was amazing.
But then we also had guys that had never flown before, and they were just trying to learn to keep it in the air.
And this went for FPV too. There were people there that had never experienced FPV ever, and so people just threw their goggles on, not their controllers, but threw their goggles at them and said, here, ride along with this person in the air right now. So people got to experience that adrenaline rush of FPV for the first time, and I guarantee you they all went home and bought a race drone and that whole setup because it's amazing.
Another really cool thing that was going on right on the flight line was the Nighthawk gliders. They brought some of their custom balsa wood gliders. They were helping launch them with the rubber bands. They're the best I've ever seen.
Yeah, and they were even doing like a build with some of the kids there, and that was incredible. And we hope we can get them to come back next year.
I think we can.
And we'll have a full setup for them to do that with everybody. That would be incredible. I
would
haven't even talked to them about this, but
I'd love to sit down with the Nighthawk gliders and make my own glider while I'm there. Maybe they could give like a class or something.
They live in like Indiana or something. We're definitely gonna have to make a road trip to see them.
Absolutely. Abby was talking a little bit about FPV and how everyone was sharing the FPV, and this is a good time to mention Foamy Ninja. He had a full-scale hangar set up completely to his own, where the Vinton County Airport Ed was gracious enough to pull his plane out and the mower and stuff that was in there. And Foamy got to set up the most extravagant little indoor setup that I've ever seen myself.
Yeah, I mean, this was incredible. I mean, it's like the indoor RCers dream.
Absolutely.
I mean, it was nice, and you know, he just did it all. He just said, hey, I want to do this, guys, is that okay? And we were like, yeah. And we didn't know what to expect, and then we walk in there on Saturday or on Friday morning, and we were like,
it was amazing.
oh my gosh.
He had little micro drone hoops to fly through, like a whole chorus. It was really well set up. And then he also had the mini coop set up. So mini whoops and mini coops.
Yeah, and we did contests in there all weekend, had prizes for the winners. And we did not only FPV, but we did line of sight contests too, for those people that aren't as experienced in FPV.
No restrictions. We had some standout winners like Ben.
And I made sure Ben only won once.
But
I think he's forgiven me for knocking him out of the air.
It was so much fun. We just wanted to encourage beginners. Even at one point in time, you know, when someone was struggling to fly through a hoop, we were all just like cheering them on.
It was a group effort
when they finally got through the hoop, everybody was,
it was awesome.
It was so awesome.
Really the coolest thing about RCS Fest is that it was the people, and that you showed up and you didn't know anybody. Everybody showed up as strangers, but everybody left as family.
Yes.
And it was just amazing.
The coolest thing is, last year at our fun fly, we all were strangers.
I think we had about 20 people, if that.
But then every single person from the fun fly came to RCS Fest, and we were family, and we were trying to bring in the new people, and by the end of the weekend, now all of those people are family, watching each other's videos, commenting. We're all creating
Facebook
this
friends and
big group of family. And so next year at RCS Fest, those 100 people are going to come in as family, and we're going to say, come on, more.
So for all you awesome people that plan on attending RCS Fest next year, go look at videos from these other YouTubers, comment, and become friends with them because they are amazing people.
And they'll probably be back too, so you'll already know them.
But we got off track. Huge thank you to Foamy Ninja for just making this incredible indoor course and track.
So cool.
It was an awesome time.
Talking about mini whoops, and right beside the mini whoops we had full-size race drone course setup. Again, Horizon Hobby, huge thank you for those race skates, and we couldn't have done this without Stacy Abshire.
Found it! Yeah. Awesome. I think it's still recording. Yeah, we recovered it. Look at where it was at. Yeah, I don't know how we found it. I'll send you the bill, Nate.
This guy. Subscribe. If he didn't get this, you wouldn't have the video. Subscribe. Stacy has a YouTube channel.
Go subscribe.
He is awesome. Linked below.
He already has an RCS. He had an RCS Fest video up on like Sunday or Monday after the event.
But he knew how to kind of coordinate the FPV setup so we wouldn't cross over signals. He was very patient with the beginners because we were basically all beginners, just a couple people had done this before. And without him, we couldn't have really set up those races, and we saw people that had never flown races before sigh and just blew the competition away.
And then by the end of the weekend, he was ready to start doing more competitions and more races and improve his FPV skills even more. And one thing that stood out to me, because I didn't get to spend a lot of time over at the FPV area, was Jen. And Jen is Rad Girl on YouTube, so be sure to subscribe to her. She was very timid at first to try the gates. And gates are intimidating. I hate flying through gates. It's hard. I mean, it's not really intimidating, but like if you've never experienced it before, you're like,
plus people are watching, you know, you're nervous.
And so I told her, I said, Jen, if you do it, I'll do it. And I did it, and I did horrible, and she kicked my butt. She did so good. So it's just like, you know, you come in and you don't have these experiences, but then you leave RCS Fest with just this confidence and experiences and memories and friends. And that was probably my favorite moment of RCS Fest, was seeing her fly through the gates.
I think the only thing that kept Jen from flying through gates even more than what she did by the end of the event was probably batteries. She needed more batteries.
She did so
and maybe she ran out of props because she just...
She was good.
Yeah, like a champion.
Yeah.
And a lot of people did that. There were some people that stood out, like Cy and Ben were neck and neck, and it was so much fun to watch them because they were good pilots. We had steady people like Robert. I mean, he just he went through very like methodical.
Did Ben from Vermont ever do the gates?
Oh yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Oh, the last day he did.
Good. Good.
And everybody just was so encouraging. It was never like, I'm the best, I know I'm the best, and you all are awful. Everybody was so encouraging to everyone else.
Everybody wanted to see them do their best and get through them as many rounds or as many gates as possible. And it was just so uplifting.
Encouraging. I've always been a little intimidated with FPV race gate stuff because I feel like it's super competitive and cutthroat and stuff, but nothing like that happened at RCS Fest. It was so encouraging.
And it will always be just casual races with friends and encouraging people.
Absolutely.
And that it just warms our hearts, I think.
That makes me think with the racing to the ground vehicle course, because Abby and I, we wanted
the ground vehicle track one day I went to Nathan and I said, you know, the planes and everything are nice, but I love ground vehicles. That's my favorite aspect of the hobby. And I was like, I'd really love to incorporate ground vehicles, even if it's just small. I want them there. And
I thought people would bring their trucks and maybe just drive them around casually, but I had no idea what would happen.
We came up with the idea. At first we were going to do the pipes, but then we were like, well, it's going to be on concrete, you know, hard surface. So we came up with 2x4s, and then Robert sent us a design. We show up with
awesome.
35 2x4s, screws, drills, and your dad had his miter saw, and everybody just built this.
And in like an hour or less, we had this awesome track.
And it was used all weekend. Like,
the whole weekend.
I feel like there wasn't a single moment where there was at least one person was over there the entire time.
So, of course we had races, but the thing is, it was kind of like just
Fun.
Going somewhere with your buddy and just racing. It was never like, this has to be 1/10.
Yeah.
It has to be this size tire.
We had little 18th scales
racing monster
competing
trucks.
against 8th scale trucks. I mean, hilarious, so much fun.
It was just fun.
And the trucks that you wouldn't think would have won.
They
won, and we put some ramps in there too.
Yeah.
And it was just, it was amazing to see it happen. And I want to see the truck aspect of RCS Fest grow. I want to see crawling stuff happen. Completely noobs have an RC Sailor budget, which is nothing. But we're just so excited about it, and it was just amazing to see how many people. And people were just zipping their trucks back and forth on the asphalt all day. It was so cool. We are just family friendly, non-intimidating, come and have fun. Throw your RC on the track and let's have fun.
No matter what.
And that's what it was, and it was just beautiful.
It doesn't matter if it's 2-wheel drive, 6-wheel drive, if it's some kind of hovercraft. It doesn't matter. And nobody else there cared either. We all just wanted to have races. I should have done more races because it was just so much fun.
I think the only time we said no to a competition was on one of the spot landing competitions when Chad put like a plane drone in the air, and we were like, no.
But he did it to be funny. He did it to be funny.
But it was just awesome to see
fun.
the truck aspect at a full-scale airport. It just blows my mind.
I think that every single person that came brought a ground vehicle, a truck or a car of some kind.
And if not, we had our old RCs for sale for like just steals, honestly. And if they didn't come with the truck, they were able to have the truck when they were
So what Abby and I did for RCS Fest, we knew a few months or so before the event.
We were wanting to sell stuff, and then
people
we
wanted
asked you
us to bring
guys,
it.
and they said yes. So we just
stockpiled it.
We stockpiled, and we had over 100 things to sell.
So we brought it to RCS Fest, and because you guys already paid to be there, we thought we need to give you a good deal, a thank you deal, a friends and family deal. So things that were $100 went for $25, $30, and we'll probably do that again next year too.
Yeah, it's just awesome. It was so cool to see our stuff being used by other people and going home and knowing that it was in a home that would love it and take care of it.
For people to be there, it was just so much fun. We have so many closer friends now after this.
And we're just so excited to continue growing our RC family. The RC Sailor community is just amazing, and we cannot thank everybody that was able to come and volunteer and just have fun with us. And for all you guys that were not able to come, you're supporting us through watching our videos and just supporting us on our channel. So thank you so much for that. We hope to do this again next year, as we said. So mark Father's Day weekend on your calendar.
And one final thanks to the Vinton County Airport, because not only were we able to have the event there, but it was just an exceptional place. We were able to do camping, RVs, full-scale airplanes flying in and leaving.
And they surprised us at the last minute with a charging station, which was so nice to have.
We're going to try to get that closer to the flight line next year if possible.
We have so many ideas.
It's crazy.
And if you want to support RCS Fest, right now the best way to do that is to support us on Patreon. So we'll have that linked below. You can become a monthly donor, and that funding helps support RCS Fest.
And other parts of what we do on YouTube. Without Patreon, we could not do what we do. So
we hope you guys enjoyed this video, enjoyed our coverage of RCS Fest. We hope to see you there next year. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
Which should be our truck trailing video from the meetup on Monday.
Bye!